Hello, my name is Alfie from Odyssey Musics, and today I am going to show you how I make the songs that I make. I'm just going to do a quick one with you and just show you the ins and outs and everything. So here, as you can see, I've got a Reaper project open. I've got the drums here, I've got them all labelled. I've got the bass, rhythm guitar, pan left and right, and I've got the lead guitar. Now, I've already got some drums set up as just a test run for this, and it's going to be a good start because it's going to be a simple song that I'm going to make here today. I've already got a little beat menu, just like a basic AC/DC groove. So what I do usually is I always start with the drums because it gives me a good foundation for the song. Yeah. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a 4-bar drum groove, and we're just gonna. What I like to do, well, usually I'm going by a song, but now I'm just going by what I think. So we'll just listen to it. Well, right now we can obviously hear that it needs summit, but what does it need? It needs a fill, of course, because it's going to be a simple rock song. The fill's going to be the end like it usually is. So the fill I have in mind is going to be dugga dugga dugga. So that's going to be bass drum and then snare, pretty much like this. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I want. So we're going to go. Oh, I think we're going to start it off with a crash because. Because why not? Why not start off with a crash? Right, I think here we need an open hi-hat. Perfect. I think that is a really good start. Course later we'll have to play around with like the velocity and stuff, but that doesn't really matter right now. It's just getting a bass groove. So we're only gonna do like a 16-bar drum groove, a 16-bar song. So let's skip all the way to them 16 bars. 16, there we go. That is perfect. That is what I want. 15, 16, here we go. And we'll pull that back. So that is our 16 bars created. Now we just have to go for the 16, we just have to make the groove. So this is the opening groove. And for my songs that I like to make, you like to make them where it's just bass and drums to start with, kind of like Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival. It's, yeah. And then in come the guitar, so we've got to make like a verse type of groove. So let's go boom. So no. I like that, and then it's a groove that we can repeat. So let's I like that. So let's listen to it from the beginning. That's nice. We'll pick that a third time, and then we're gonna not that. Sorry, we're gonna then come up with a fill, but I think we're gonna come up with a hand to foot combination fill. So I think we're gonna do. I got an idea. And I'll just repeat this 4 times, but then I'll move these. So I'm going to incorporate the toms now, because that's what I like to do. I like to use the toms. So I think that's nice. So let's go back. This is like the verse groove. I think we're going to go into a halftime chorus type of feel. So like bum ba ba bum ba dum da go. So we go. Bum bum. No. Bum bum bugger. So how about no, that is awful. Alright, let's try this. No, I don't like that. So I think we're just going to stick to tom hits. But what we could do is we could add some, like, I guess, double bass. I like that. That's pretty good. And then we can have like a tom ending. Yeah, I think with the hi-hat we should have the with the snare we should have the open hi-hat. So yeah. I actually really like that. So we're going to go for that again. But no, back. So we're gonna, but instead this time we're gonna have 2 snare hits. So and then we're gonna go into double bass, because why not? Who doesn't like a bit of double bass? Someone, but that someone is not me. I do like a bit of double bass. And I think we're going to do a tom pattern with that. So we're going to do bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. So bum, bum. That's the same. So bottom. Yeah, so bum, bottom, bum. Bum, 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 bum. So what have you? And then we'll go here again. Oh wait, we're missing that bar. See, I keep forgetting that if you got to include the 16th bar, not just go to the 16. Bum bada bum bada bum bada bum bada. So we're gonna try that type of groove. Like, nope. Ah, don't want that. So bada. Bum bada. Nah. Oh, what we can do actually is have this alternating, which I think will be actually really cool. So what we're gonna do is kind of like it's kind of like a drum sequenced drum pattern. I don't think drums can technically be sequenced because you tune them to a pitch. If you don't know, a sequence is the same pattern but up or down in pitch. Like I can show you a sequence when I get my guitar out. You hear it a bunch in songs, so let's sorry. Nope. What if we go? That's not what I want. No, maybe it is actually, but because I can't tell because the volumes. We'll bring the volume down a bit because naturally, if you play something fast, you won't always play it at the same volume. So let's try it from here. No. Let's make those 4 louder, see if that makes sense. Yeah, that works. That works. So we'll still have the double bass going, of course. So and I think we'll have to do a 17th bar for the crash hit. Where's the... Yeah, there's... So this is going to be the entire drum groove. Nice. I think that's real nice, real good. So what we're going to do now, that's done. So we're not changing that. So what we're going to do is we are going to go into here, which is where I'm going to do the EQ and everything. You saw this last time. So right now, I think the snare, personally, I add room reverb on the snare. So let's solo the snare, and right here, so you can see this. So let's listen. That sounds awful. So let's take this mix here, because I found out this is the wet mix. So it's the wet mix is like how much of the actual effect is taking place. So I want you to still be able to hear the snare and not just hear a bunch of the reverb. See? Yep, I like this. So that's quite nice. So let's have a look at some EQ here. What we're going to do is we're going to round it off at the bass end, because we don't want a bassy snare, because the bass frequencies are reserved for the kick drum and the bass. You know, it's a given, isn't it? Bass frequencies. But that, yeah, so we don't want a bassy snare, because we don't want things clashing, but we also don't want like a really heavy top end snare, or I don't like it anyway. But what I do like is like a 8.8 kilohertz. I like to give that a decent boost, actually, because I feel like that's where you can get the most punch from the snare. Also, about this section here, cut some of this. So let's, then we'll turn it off. Yeah, the Serge is punchier. I mean, it doesn't sound the best isolated, but it works. It works well in the actual drum groove. And let's have a look at this. This is quite a punchy bass drum. I don't want it this time. I wanted it for Master of Puppets because that's what the song needed, but I don't really want a punchy bass drum right now. This is what I want, type of thing. So we'll listen to. Now you can definitely hear the reverb on the snare as it's going. I think it just suits it quite well. I don't think I need anything on the cymbals. The cymbals are actually quite good. I've just got everything going into a bus compressor over here. But yeah, everything just sounds well in my opinion. Let's look at the EQ for the right. This, see, these toms, you don't want a major. Yeah, these toms don't sound the best, if I'm honest. They kind of sound just like you're banging some of those like African bongos that you get in like primary school and stuff. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. But I'm not really sure on these, because I don't usually tend to EQ my toms, but I probably should learn to, because if I want to do this longer and for a living, it's the type of stuff I'm gonna have to know. You know, what if, because I got that drum kit outside, if I ever want the chance to mic it up, I've got to know how to do it properly, don't I? Otherwise it's just gonna be bong, like smacking wood. But that's what you're doing anyway, aren't you? You are literally just smacking a piece of wood that sounds kind of decent. And I have a bass layout for what I need to do is to cut a bunch of high frequencies, drastically cut the low frequencies, because we don't really need these ones. These boost some high frequencies to give it like a punchier sound, and cut these because these frequencies kind of get wasted sometimes. Not all the times actually. I think with the floor toms need to keep some more of the bass frequencies because it's just going to sound better, I think. Right, we can listen to, go over here, let's go here. Right, I'm not going to know quite what this sounds like because headphones kind of lie to you. So what I'll do before I actually send this off, I'm going to properly mix this, through the amplifier, phone, headphones, car, and just get a universal, like, polished sound. That's what I usually do. But right now, drums are done. So, bass now. Now, you're not going to be able to see me, but you're going to be able to hear me, which I'm sure most of you don't have a problem with. So where is my wireless system? Actually, aha. I use these, the Joyo JW03. In a second, let's just switch this to that one so it picks it up. I'll take this out of my guitar because you've got the transmitter and you've got the receiver, obviously. Let's get my bass. For my bass, even though I said it last time, I will say it again. I am using an Encore Fender Precision. No, this is a Precision bass replica. Right, turn this on. Can you hear it? You can. Oh, can't see me though, can you? But here. Okay, so not exactly what we want, so we're going to have to figure out the chord structure of what we're going to do before anything, otherwise it's just going to be like garbage. But I think we're going to EQ it, because you always get a little bit to try and round the sound off. I like to take a top end off, boost it, cut, go up here. Here, this one I want to sharpen that off a bit. I mean, I could play with a pick, but you just hear how tinny it is. Fingers are always usually better for the bass. Personally, people play with a pick, people play with a bass. I don't really care. So I've got to kind of come up with a groove now. So I think we're going to do it in E, because easiest. So let's have a look at the, so we're going to go, so. do the typical, just all on the E string. On the last bit I will actually, because it just sounds better. So I think I'm going to start off on the A string. So that's how we're going to end it, definitely. So we're going to start on the A. Yeah, I think that's good. For the halftime, we're going to move to B. No. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to lay down a basic bass track, always counting before recording just so we don't mess up. Hit record, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is a basic bass track done. It's not the best. It could be played, yeah. Don't want to hit too hard because otherwise it's just not nice. Right, for this I'm gonna play my Telecaster, and of course it's not a Fender because I am not made of money. It is a Harley Benton Telecaster. It weighs a lot. Well, it's heavy compared to all the other stuff I got. It's a Harley Benton Keith Richards model. It has humbucker and a single coil. It is absolutely brilliant. I love this guitar, and the stuff my bass was just plugged into my audio interface, but this I plugged into the Cornford Hellcat.
Oh, what's that? I forgot to switch this over.
Boom, I've switched it so you can't hear that. You can hear the guitar though. I've got this one. This is the panned left one. For rhythm guitar I usually have panned left and panned right because it just sounds bigger and cooler. So let's listen to this again and try and come up with something. So we're in A. So we won. I might want to turn the volume up on them in a bit because it's quite quiet, but for now we're just going to get the track done. So let's have a rough. do actually really like that. So we're going. Or I could do like Megadeth. Yeah, so. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna do like the Megadeth, Yes. Yeah, so I can't remember how Holy Wars actually goes, but it's similar to that. So yeah, well, that's what we're gonna do. So it has to be bloody memorable. So we go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, yep, that's it. But now I have to switch to this track.
And I have to switch it to
this input. Now it's in your right ear, so I'm going to have to do that again. So, hit record. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As the nature of the recording, you're going to mess up, and as you heard there, I didn't do a couple of things as I did last time, so yeah, it's a bit, yeah, oh well. So I have to remember I did them. Okay, well, I roughly remember where they were, so we're going to go again. The art of that's done. That's the rhythm guitar done. That is done. So right. So guitar switch time. So disarm that track. I'm going to put this back. Like to keep things nice and tidy. Cause sadly my V is can't see it, but you did see it. Because my V is not in the best playable condition right now, I need to change the strings and oil the fretboard. I get to use my SG. It is the Epiphone SG Iommi signature that I talked about in my last video that I absolutely love. I'm never getting rid of this thing, even if I don't play it. Right, so this is going to be the lead guitar. I need to quickly switch the track, so I do not, because it's higher gain. What? I put it on the right track. Why are you not playing? Well, it technically is actually. You can hear it. It's playing. It's because I don't have the volume up. was a very poor effort at that. I can do better. Don't worry. Right. So on the tail end, so on this bit here, I lie. Not just this bit. On this bit as well. That's a good way of. So we're going to quickly do this. We're going to go back. Oh my god, my creativity is going out the window today. See, it's not fast enough for like. It's not fast for like the. So it's so. Still not used to playing this guitar like leads, so I think that's. Oh, let's try this. That's good enough, I'd say. Doesn't have to be about the performance, it's about the recording, and that's all that's mattering here. Well, kind of. That take was just awful. I tried to do something at the end that didn't fit. Yeah, that'll do. So we'll go record. Doesn't need to be flashy. Right. Well, that's done. I could probably EQ the guitars a bit, but I'm not going to, because hell, it's about the recording, not the actual perform. Oh, I guess this is part of the recording, isn't it? The EQ. See, it's through the headphones. I can't hear much, so I'd have to do it through the speaker and phone test, and I'll put it up right now if I did it. Probably did. So yeah, this is the song that you just watched me make. I say song, little snippet you watched me just make. the last bit really doesn't work, but doesn't matter. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this little video. Of course, like and subscribe, pretty please, because I'll be coming out with more stuff like this and just showing you what I do. And of course, check out my Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. Actually, I keep forgetting about that. Oh, and also I had little business cards made, and I know it's kind of stupid, but I think it's real cool. Oh, yeah, I got a bunch of business cards made. Look, it's not focusing, but it's cool. Oh well, I'll put a picture up on the screen now. They're cool. If I like go out like doing open mic nights and busking and stuff, which I will actually do, you will get to see that as well. I'll have them with me, so if people recognise me, I doubt they will, but if people ask about me, because I have actually had a few people ask about me before, not to toot my own horn, no, I'm joking, but yeah, I got them. Right, well, thank you for watching so much, and goodbye.